Ever had a brilliant app idea just buzzing in your head? Something you know would be super useful or maybe just fun.
Oh, absolutely. Happens all the time.
But then you think about, the coding, databases, figuring out hosting.
Yeah,
You just sigh, and that amazing spark kind of fades away.
definitely. That technical hurdle is huge for most people.
Well, today we're diving into something pretty fascinating that promises to dramatically lower that barrier.
Okay.
It's an AI app builder called Base44. Now, you, our fantastic listener, shared a great source with us, a review of Base44 from the I'm Here to Help You YouTube channel.
Ah, interesting.
Yeah, and this review reckons Base44 is set to blow up in 2025. So we're here to really unpack what it does, who it's really for, and maybe where its limits are right now.
Sounds good.
Think of this as your shortcut to understanding a really exciting bit of tech that's emerging.
And it makes sense, doesn't it? What's really interesting here, maybe beyond just this specific tool, is how things like Base 44 fit into this bigger trend.
Right.
Well, democratizing technology, basically. Making complex stuff like app creation accessible to way more people, not just the traditional developers.
Right. For years, you needed deep coding knowledge, infrastructure know-how.
Exactly. Loads of resources, time, money. This deep dive should explore how Base 44 claims to simplify all that. It could genuinely shift how innovation happens.
Okay, let's get into that core promise then. Our source, the review, describes Base44 as this AI app builder they think will be huge next year.
Right.
And its main pitch is cutting out all the, quote, setup junk.
Setup junk, I like that.
Yeah, like messing around with databases, hosting, and all that.
Yeah.
Instead, you basically just tell it what kind of app you want.
So connecting that to the bigger picture, it's trying to be an end-to-end abstraction layer.
Abstraction layer, meaning
Meaning it hides the complexity. Like,
Yeah.
oh, you don't need to see the engine to drive a car. Base 44 aims to handle the whole technical stack.
the stack. So everything behind the scenes.
Yeah, the front end, what the user sees and clicks on, the back end, the server logic, the data stuff. It sets up logins, even analytics, apparently, right from the start.
Wow.
Which is a massive shift from building it all yourself piece by piece.
And the source gives a really concrete example of this speed. You can literally type, make me an app that lets users sign up and upload photos.
Okay.
And the review says, within a few minutes, you've actually got something running.
A few minutes.
Yeah. Think about that. From just typing a sentence to having a working app, that kind of speed, it's pretty mind-blowing for a lot of folks.
Absolutely mind-blowing. It collapses that whole initial development cycle.
Okay, so it gets you started super fast, but then the big question is always flexibility, isn't it?
Always.
Once it builds the app, are you just stuck with its first attempt? It's like a rigid template.
That's the classic worry with these kinds of tools.
But the review says no, actually. You've got a couple of key ways to tweak it.
All right.
Well, first, you can apparently just keep chatting with it. Use natural language.
So you talk to the AI.
Yeah, tell it, move this button over here or change this text to blue, and the AI is supposed to understand and make the change.
Conversational editing. Interesting.
It's like talking to a designer almost.
Yeah.
Or, if you want more direct control, you can dive into their editor and adjust stuff yourself.
Okay, so there's a manual override too. That's good.
Yeah, gives you options depending on how you like to work or how specific you need to get.
That mix is smart. And it leads to that really crucial point about flexibility and, not being trapped long term.
Right.
The source mentions that if you're more technical, some of the paid plans even let you export the code.
Uh-oh. Okay, that's huge.
It really is, because
Oh,
it
yeah.
means you're not completely stuck on their platform,
They're
right?
not locked in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You can take that code, maybe customize it way beyond what the platform allows, or even move your app somewhere else entirely down the road if you need to.
That offers a safety net almost, especially if your app really takes off.
Precisely. It addresses a major concern people have with no-code or low-code tools. It adds serious value, particularly for users thinking about growth and scalability.
So this really leads into who this is perfect for. And the review is pretty clear here. It says Base44 is pretty awesome for a few types of people.
Like who?
Well, first, the indie hacker. Someone building things solo, maybe bootstrapping.
Makes sense. Speed and low cost are key there.
Totally.
Yeah.
Also, a non-technical founder.
Ooh.
Someone with a great business idea, but maybe not the coding skills.
Or the budget for a big dev team right away. Yeah.
Exactly. Or even just someone who wants to spin up an app idea quickly, maybe to test a concept, build a little internal tool, something like that.
Quick prototypes or MVPs.
Yeah. And the core benefit, the review stresses, is that ability to go from idea to a live app in the same day.
In a day, that's the game changer.
It really is powerful for those groups. It just removes so many of the traditional roadblocks, time, cost, technical barriers.
Transforms a month-long process into potentially hours. That accelerates things massively.
But there's always a but, isn't there?
Usually is with new tech. While the promise is amazing, we need to be realistic about the limits, right?
Exactly. And the review is quite upfront. Base44 is not perfect.
Okay, good to know. What are the limitations mentioned?
Well, the source says if you're trying to build a super complex product with a ton of custom logic or advanced integrations, Base44 can feel kind of limited.
Right. So if you need really intricate, bespoke workflows or need it to talk to lots of other complex systems in very specific ways, maybe not the best fit yet.
That seems to be the idea. It also mentions it's still pretty new.
Ah, the early adopter experience.
Yeah, so you might run into little bugs or missing features. That's kind of expected, I guess.
Part of the territory with cutting-edge tools, they're still ironing out the kinks.
And integrations, like for payments with Stripe, are mentioned. They exist.
Which is good. Stripe is essential for many.
But the review notes they're not as flexible as coding everything from scratch.
Gotcha. So basic payments might be fine, but if you need super custom checkout flows or complex subscription logic, you might hit a wall compared to custom code.
Seems like it. It highlights that while AI can automate a lot, that last mile of really deep custom complexity.
That's where traditional development, or at least more technical input, still holds its ground. It actually clarifies the value of specialized skills in a way.
So summing that up, if you're planning the next huge, sprawling enterprise app with tons of weirdly specific custom workflows, integrating with ancient legacy systems,
Yeah.
Base44 right now might feel a bit constraining. It's about picking the right tool for the job.
Absolutely. It excels at getting standard-ish apps built incredibly fast, but maybe not the massive, unique beasts.
Okay, practicalities. Cost, always a big one.
Yep. Does it cost an arm and a leg?
The review says they made it pretty accessible,
Well,
which is encouraging.
Good.
Let's walk through the tiers mentioned. There's a free plan, apparently.
Yeah.
Good to just play around and see what it can do.
Nice. A free tier is always welcome once
Yeah.
you kick the tires.
But it's pretty limited, as you'd expect. Then there's a $16 per month starter plan. The review calls this the real entry point. Good for messing with ideas, personal projects.
Okay, $16. Pretty low barrier.
Then it steps up. $40 per month for the pro plan. That gives you more credits.
Ah, credits. So it's probably based on AI usage or compute time.
Seems likely. Plus, this plan adds custom domains and the GitHub integration we talked about.
Right, the more pro features.
Yeah, the source says that plan feels more pro. Then there's an $80 per month pro plan, again with more credits, and crucially, early access to beta stuff.
For people who want the newest features first.
And finally, the top tier mentioned is the $160 per month elite plan. That's aimed at people who really need scale and premium support.
So a typical SaaS pricing structure. Scaling up features and support with price.
Pretty much.
And it's smart. It caters to everyone from the curious hobbyist to a serious startup needing to scale. That tiered approach works well.
And including things like GitHub integration and code export in the higher tiers really bridges the gap, doesn't it?
Definitely. It shows they understand that even people using an AI builder might need or want that deeper access eventually. It's not just trapping non-coders, it's also empowering developers who want a faster start.
Right. It allows you to grow with the platform or potentially grow out of it if needed without losing your work.
Exactly. Flexibility across the user spectrum.
So let's try and pull this all together. What does this mean for you listening right now? Whether you're just curious or you're that person with the app idea.
Yeah.
Base44 really does look like it could be a game changer for just getting started, getting that idea off the ground.
Bypassing those initial hurdles we talked about.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It seems to genuinely bypass a lot of the traditional development pain points that just stop people cold.
Making app creation way more accessible.
It seriously empowers, like the review said, the indie hacker, the non-technical founder, anyone with that burning idea.
Giving them a path.
Yeah, allowing them to go from just a concept scribbled on a napkin to a live, functioning app, potentially.
In the same day. Still sounds incredible.
It really could change the speed of innovation for individuals and small teams, test ideas faster, pivot quicker.
Absolutely. But it's also key, as we discussed, to understand those current limitations. It's not a magic bullet for every single type of application, especially the super complex enterprise-level stuff.
Right, managing expectations is crucial.
And it makes you think, doesn't it, about what developer even means anymore as AI takes over more of the foundational work.
The definition is blurring.
It is. Tools like Base44 push the boundaries for sure,
Yeah.
but they also kind of highlight where that deep specialized knowledge, that custom coding skill, is still really valuable.
For the really tricky bits.
Exactly, for the heavy customization, the unique scaling challenges, the deep integrations. It's about finding the right balance, using AI as a powerful accelerator, but knowing when you need that human expertise too.
So, as you think about all this, here's something to mull over. If the barrier to building an app drops this low, I mean, truly accessible to almost anyone,
Yeah.
what kind of new, maybe completely unexpected problems or innovations are we going to see emerge? When practically anyone can bring their digital ideas to life, what will you build?